Most people think robot mowers are either a gimmick for people with too much money or the future of lawn care for everyone. Both camps are missing the actual story. The difference between a $200 robot mower and a $5,000 one has almost nothing to do with how short it gets your grass. It has everything to do with what you are actually paying for at each level. These are the 7 levels of robot mowers. By the end of this, you will know exactly where your money goes, where the real engineering lives, and where you are just paying for a badge on a plastic shell. Level 1. The budget robots. This is where most people enter the robot mower world, usually after seeing a deal online or catching a gift guide recommendation. Brands like Works Landroid at its most basic, Gardena Sileno entry models, and various no-name units. Under $300 live here. These machines use perimeter wire to map your lawn, meaning you spend a Saturday afternoon burying cable around your yard before the robot ever turns a blade. The cutting motors and chassis at this level are built to a price. For small, flat, obstacle-free lawns under 1,500 square feet, they function. Push them onto slopes beyond 20 degrees or into thick summer growth, and owners on our lawn care report stuck wheels, stalled cutting decks, and charging errors. The value is real only if your yard matches the narrow conditions these machines were designed for. Level 2. The competent, wire-guided. Spending between $400 and $900 gets you into robots that actually deliver on the core promise. Husqvarna's Automower 115H, Works Landroid M, and Gardena Sileno City sit here. These units handle up to roughly a third of an acre, manage slopes to 35% gradient according to manufacturer specifications, and include rain sensors so the machine retreats to its dock before chewing up wet turf. Better brushless motors, more reliable bump sensors, and smartphone app connectivity separate this tier from level 1. Husqvarna's Automower line has a reputation on homeowner forums for consistent reliability once the perimeter wire is properly installed. The weakness at level 2 is still the wire itself. Owners on our lawn care describe wire breaks as the most frustrating recurring maintenance task in robot mowing, and repositioning the boundary. When you change landscaping means starting from scratch. Level 3. Mid-range wire-guided with real features. Between $900 and $1,800, you get machines that treat your lawn like a serious system. Husqvarna Automower 310E and 315X, STIHL, IMO RMI 422, and Bosch Indiegogo S Chaton 500 operate here. GPS-assisted navigation, tighter cutting patterns, and multi-zone scheduling separate these from lower levels. The Bosch Indiegogo uses a logically mapped corridor system rather than random movement, producing more even coverage and fewer missed strips. Husqvarna publishes that the 315X handles slopes up to 40%. STL's dealer network, deeper than most competing brands in North America, means parts and service are accessible rather than theoretical. Warranty terms at this level run 2 years on parts and labor for Husqvarna and Stihl. Bosch offers 2 years on the unit, with consumables excluded. This is where robot mowing stops feeling like a real appliance. Level 4. Wire-free satellite navigation. This is the level that changes everything, and it is where most people currently buying premium robot mowers are landing. Husqvarna's EPOS platform, Momotion Luba series, and Segway Navimo use RTK satellite positioning rather than perimeter wire, meaning the robot maps your yard through GPS signal rather than buried cable. Momotion lists the Luba 2 AWD at $1,499. Segway's Navimo H series starts at $1,299. The absence of wire installation is not a convenience upgrade. It fundamentally changes what the machine can do. Irregular lawn shapes, driveways cutting through mowing zones, Multiple disconnected lawn areas are all manageable through the app without physically marking a single inch of boundary. Owners on Momotion community forums report the initial GPS setup takes under 2 hours. That is the entire installation. The limitation at level 4 is satellite dependency. Under heavy tree canopy, RTK signal degrades, and owners on product forums report boundary drift as the most common complaint. That is a real engineering challenge manufacturers are actively addressing but have not fully solved. Level 5. Premium. Wire-free with commercial awareness. Spending between $2,500 and $4,000 places you where robot mowers start carrying professional-grade components. Husqvarna's Automower 450X, Honda Mimo at the top of its residential lineup, and Robomo RS 635 Pro operate here. Husqvarna rates the 450X for lawns up to 1¼ acres and slopes up to 45% gradient. These machines include cellular connectivity, independent of your home Wi-Fi, theft alarm systems with GPS tracking, and cutting systems designed for year-round operation in climates that entry-level machines cannot handle. Honda's Mimo uses a 3-blade disc system rather than a single pivoting blade, a design choice built around cut quality rather than cost reduction. Husqvarna covers the 450X with a 3-year residential warranty, including the cutting system. Honda's Mimo carries 2 years of parts and labor. At level 5, the engineering has a point of view. The machine returns to the correct zone after a rain delay without intervention. And members of the Husqvarna Automower Owners Group on Facebook note that the 450X runs multi-zone schedules without manual override in a way that mid-tier machines require prompting to replicate. Above $4,000, you are buying machines built around professional landscaping and large estate management. Husqvarna's Sora and Toro's autonomous mowing platforms operate here. Sora uses real-time kinematic GPS with a dedicated base station, and it is engineered for turf areas up to 50,000 square meters, according to Husqvarna's commercial specification sheets. The cutting systems and fleet integration software are built for operators running multiple units across managed properties. Husqvarna provides Sora under a service contract rather than a retail purchase, which means warranty and maintenance terms are negotiated per deployment, rather than published as a consumer figure. For a homeowner with 2 acres and a busy schedule, this level delivers nothing you need. For a grounds manager at a university campus or a golf course superintendent, this is where the labor cost math starts working in favor of the machine. Level 7. Autonomous fleet and specialty systems. This is where robot mowing becomes infrastructure rather than equipment. Robotic mowing as a managed service, AI vision-guided systems in commercial pilot programs, and multi-robot fleet coordination platforms designed for municipalities and large commercial developers live here. These systems carry no consumer price tags because they are not sold to consumers. They are contracted, installed, and maintained by the manufacturer or a certified operator. John Deere's Autonomous Equipment Division and startups, funded through agricultural robotics investment rounds, are building in this space. The technology operates on real properties today. It is not accessible to the person mowing on Saturday morning, and it will not be for some time. Across all 7 levels, one pattern is undeniable. The largest jump in real-world performance happens at the wire-to-wireless transition at level 4, and everything above level 5 is engineering beyond what a residential lawn will ever demand. If your lawn is under ½ an acre and reasonably flat, level 2 or level 3 gets you genuine robot mowing without compromise. If you have an irregular or multi-zone lawn and never want to touch perimeter wire, level 4 is the real entry point. Momotion and Segway have made that accessible under $1,500 for the first time. Level 5 makes sense only if your property exceeds an acre, or if you are buying one machine and keeping it for 15 years. Buy for your actual yard, not for the spec sheet ceiling.